me drink some of this beer real quick. This is your number one baby daddy, MrNoGood of MrNoGood.com. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm back again. When I get time, I'll try to go every 2-3 days. Put it up. Today is what, I think today is Monday. So I probably might do a show on Wednesday and maybe on Friday. But I'm going to try to just go ahead and just do whenever I feel like talking, and whenever I get enough stuff to talk about, that's when I'll talk. And with censorship and everything like that, and how YouTube plays with me and won't put my videos up for 12 hours after I stream them, you already know you need to go to MrNoGood.com and check, make sure there's something that you haven't seen, or, which I prefer, you hit that Patreon, which is patreon.com/MrNoGood. And join. Even if you just watch videos, man, it's only $5, man. I'm trying to do something here. I'm trying to get a little movement going on. If you join the Patreon and it's a cheap ass $5, in the long run, if there's enough of y'all giving me a little punk ass $5, I'll be alright. But just go ahead and hit that Patreon. So just go to MrNoGood and hit the Patreon. There's still the Cash App. There's still the PayPal. There's still all that other, the P.O. Box. But what I want more than anything is for you to join the Patreon. Become a patron. Go to MrNoGood.com and you'll find plenty of links to my Patreon site, which is $5. So what you gonna get? All the old stuff I've done since 2004. You get all the current stuff right now, so in case you're at work and can't watch videos or whatever, you don't have to come back here no more. I need you to come back. I need you to come here to the channel, subscribe, and if you go to the Patreon, and if you out working all day, every day, whatever, join the Patreon and you can just listen to it audio while you busting your ass. And I know it's done. I'm trying to get one of my homeboys in the union, Marlon, he said he listened to podcasts asking me stuff like that, but Marlon just doesn't know who he was talking to when he was talking about podcasts and certain topics he's heard on podcasts. Just think about it, man. You just a young nigga working in construction, and we're out there in the little training area to learn our trade. And he talking to MrNoGood about how he listens to podcasts and don't know nothing. I've been doing this since 2004, which is 16 years. This nigga only 23, 24. So he was 7 when I was podcasting, nigga. He don't know. But if you go to the Patreon, you'll hear all the old stuff. That's what I want. So we're gonna get into it. I forgot what I titled this as. Thank you all about the underground. Thank you for already being subscribed, man. All I ask is to subscribe to the YouTube channel and to hit the Patreon and listen to the old stuff and all the current stuff in audio form, which is the podcast. That's all I really care about, man. Everything else is extra. Everything else is gravy. YouTube already done told me they're not gonna monetize me no matter what. If you smoke a cigarette on here, if you cuss too much, if you use the F word within the first 30 seconds, there's all different kinds of reasons. If you talk about sensitive topics, showing it. So when I show the white boy running around here and then is shooting somebody, the one with the AR-15, in the recent protests, I can't do that. I can't vape. If I vape, this is against, you can't advertise if I'm vaping. So I will never get $1 from YouTube on ads. And you're not going to see no ads on here because I talk whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Damn, I wish I remember the title because it mattered. But I wanted to just... No, JD, I don't do penny stocks. That must have been a long time ago. I don't mess with penny stocks at all. When I get back into trading, I'm doing Forex and I'm doing basically long-term stocks. That's it. I'm not doing nothing else. Or when something's going to go down or something's went down and I know it's going to go up, then I'll hit that. Other than that, man, I'm not messing with it. I want to talk for a living. I want you to hit that Patreon, because that's where my podcast will be in the near future. Man, what was the topic? But basically, you just gonna do what you gonna do. So I'm gonna tell you something about what happened today. I have a lot of Facebook friends that I don't even know about. I make sure most of my Facebook friends are young, cute females from Akron. If you're really cute, you can be from Canton or Cleveland, but basically it's just young, cute females from Akron, Ohio. And people and like dudes that I know, family, stuff like that. But for my general entertainment is young, cute females that's on Facebook. So I get access to all kind of ass shaking videos, and I can just log on to Facebook and boom, somebody shaking their ass. I like that. I just go look, see whatever. And of course people I grew up with and all that are on there. But alright, there's this dude that I worked with in the union. This girl who was my Facebook friend, she lives in Cleveland. I've never met her, I don't know her anything. She made a Facebook post saying this nigga was tripping at Garfield Dave's yesterday. Said this Negro was tripping. So I see the picture. I see the screenshot of the first part of the video, and I already know who this nigga is. When you know somebody, they can have a mask on. They could have a gorilla mask, a full head mask. maybe you wouldn't be able to recognize them. But anything less than that, they got a bandana on, they got a hat on, they got sunglasses on, they got whatever. You know who they are, you know how they move, what they look like, everything. So as soon as I saw this video, I'm like, oh, it's this nigga. And this nigga will flip out on you. So he knows. He already knows what's up. I know what's up, and he knows that I know what's up. So I'm not just like putting a nigga out there. Apparently, he was trying to cash his check at a bank or whatever inside of a grocery store. And apparently, he didn't have any kind of ID besides a Giant Eagle card. This woman, who happened to be my Facebook friend, was there when this nigga started flipping out and started recording. Now, if she knew this nigga, and if she knew who this nigga was, she would have started recording as soon as the voice started getting escalated. As soon as that nigga started getting loud, she would have whipped out her camera if she knew any better, 'cause she's in for a show. Went up there, couldn't cash his check or whatever, and jumping over the counter and all kind of nonsense. And here we go. Let's watch right here. I gotta put in these. And for y'all talking about thank you for fixing the sound, I don't know what it was with fixing the sound, but see this little thing right here that goes in front of a microphone? This was in front of the microphone. And I put that like it's in front of the microphone right now. I don't know if it makes my voice echo like now or whatever, but I just took it down. I just moved it out the way. So that's how the sound gonna be from now on, 'cause I'm just talking straight into the mic. Now let's watch this video. She said that nigga crazy as fuck. Yeah, oh, you couldn't hear it? Oh. Oh no. I'm gonna turn it up. I'm gonna turn it up to the highest, and I'm gonna play it again, since you couldn't hear.
Nothing, bro. I'm gone. Hold on, ma'am. Miss. Now, what is she? She know you? Man, look, I'm trying to cash my check, and both of them bitches getting out right. I ain't know that shit. I got kids older than that bitch. Okay. Well, we can get you help from your customer service. See what you cash your check. Right? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Come on. What you talking about, little ugly ass bitch? You is, ho.
Oh my God, what just happened?
Could you hear that? I turned it all the way up. Could you hear that? Somebody answer me. Were you able to hear that? Well, I assume you did. Okay, good. I had to turn it all the way up. You able to hear it? It's all good. I'll have that turned all the way up from now on. But I know that nigga. Now, what happened was, I saw it. The woman who posted this didn't know the dude, but I know the dude. So I tagged him. Was like, man, did you get your check cashed, or did you have to chin check a motherfucker? She didn't know who it was. She's just a random Facebook friend. I shared the video, posted on mine, because there's people on my page that's worked with him and know him, whatever, that's seen it, that know him. So I posted it, and he said on there, man, take this down and report it. What we gonna report, nigga? Fraud? Invasion of privacy? Once you move up, jump up on the counter, acting a fool. If that was like, be glad it was a black security guard, because if it was a white cop, that would have been your ass. A white cop would have tackled you immediately. He wouldn't have reasoned with you like that black security guard did. He ain't gonna reason with you. So he hit me in the DMs, asked me to take it down and everything. I took it down, but I'm still gonna talk about it here because I ain't mentioning his name here, nothing. But this got to be preserved for history. Niggas be wildin'. And I'm not even gonna go into all the details of how niggas be wildin'. You just gonna see the example of how a nigga was wildin' right now. But niggas be wildin'. You know how they got cats? You got domestic cats. You got feral cats, which is kind of a mix of domestic and wild. That's in the middle. And then you got wild cats. No, it wasn't Don Cheadle. But this nigga is wild. Full blown wild. Not feral. Not domestic. It's a wild nigga. He is of the wild nigga species. And that's just what it go. As long as you don't do nothing stupid to piss him off, you alright, because I get along with him. But Lord have mercy, don't say nothing to him. And please don't be white and say nothing crazy. Because he may smack your ass right there on the spot. No, this nigga ain't Pharrell Williams. He's Wild Williams. Dion's dad, you said I listened to 9 old podcasts a day at work. Thanks for making my work day go by faster. No problem, man. And like I said, all of y'all that aren't members of Patreon, join Patreon, man. It's only $5. Go to MrNoGood.com. You can find it. There's hundreds of hours of stuff for you to listen to. Stuff that I don't even remember talking about. I was uploading the titles. I'm like, I see the title of this and see the title of that. I'm like, what the fuck was I talking about in this? But there's too much to listen to. I can't sit here and listen to all that kind of stuff. But you have an extensive catalog of MrNoGood to listen to forever, because I'm continually adding to the catalog. But even though I removed his video, from my Facebook page, I had to put it on here just because. Now I'm going to look at this one. See, this is kind of cheating because I'm not talking. But I just think it's interesting.
Why the fuck are you screaming my name?
I just think it's interesting. And I just want to let y'all hear it. It's not supposed to. Like I'm saying, you do what you do. And this is just some niggas in a relationship. I saw it on Facebook. I thought it was interesting. It's this woman who lives with this dude. She all messed up in the head, has regrets in life, trying to talk about it on video, trying to express herself just like I'm expressing myself right now, but she doesn't have a nice little computer set up with Streamlabs software and an audience to talk to. But she got 800 and something people on her live, so she doing better than me. She living with this fool and can't get out because she ain't got nowhere to go. So we just gonna sit up here.
Bitch, why are you screaming my name? Don't make you calm, motherfucker. Don't make you calm, bitch. Huh?
We haven't got.
Huh? Huh? Get your mind right, motherfucker. What? I twist your fucking head back. Actually, 360. I make you remember what the Xbox looked like, bitch. 360, motherfucker. I'll turn your shit all the way around. Get your fucking mind right, you retarded motherfucker. You know how I talk about other niggas and shit. You disrespecting me. You think I'm gonna drop my G in the crack of your motherfucking ass? Beat you to death.
I'm talking about past shit. You talking about right
Nigga,
motherfucking
bitch,
now.
talk about that. You in my shit. I'm talking about past to your motherfucking face. What the fuck you mean, man? What the fuck you ever mean? I ain't saying nothing. I miss Tootie, I miss Brenda, I miss my babies. You hear a Lester Journey tornado in my shit disrespecting me, man. You gonna get dealt with. I told you to stop it. This is my final motherfucking warning, cuz. I don't give a fuck. Send a priest for that, bitch. You just send one for me. I'm about that. I swear to God. Bitch, I'm about that. Bet that shit. I'm about that.
You just don't do the shit live. You do the shit all the motherfucking time. You just don't do the shit live.
I'm about that. I'm not talking about motherfucking niggas and shit. Why the fuck you in their house? Why you living with them? Oh, one married and homeless. Just like me. Don't you think? They just like you.
First of all, I don't know what Jonathan is, and you either, so
Just like me. They just like you.
not really.
You got nowhere to go. That used to give me a motherfucking headache. That would give you a motherfucking toothache and a fucking eye. Your nose, your motherfucking mouth next, bitch.
Your teeth still hurting?
Hell no, I got plenty of pain pills, but you won't take it now. I'm gonna put your grill back. Understand that, bet that shit. You want a rocket, bitch, I'll sock it. I'll plug that motherfucker up for you. You disrespecting me, motherfucker, you know it. Talking about two niggas in my motherfucking bathroom. Who the fuck you think you is? Thought I'm coming back home?
That's my past.
Why the fuck is you talking about? Do I talk about mine?
Yes.
You a lying dog.
Yes, you do.
You a dog mouth bitch.
Yes, you do.
You a dog mouth bitch.
Yes.
I don't never talk about my mouth you.
You do.
You do it in my goddamn business. You a messy motherfucker. That's why I be crushing your ass.
You right. You don't talk about him. I have to fucking remind your motherfucking ass that you have other.
I'm your high for your past. And you should give a fuck about me and mine.
Oh, but that's the difference between me. I give a fuck about you and
No,
yours.
you don't. You just a messy bald-head bitch. You just messy.
As much as I done did for you and your motherfucking
You ain't did shit for me, bitch. I'm holding your fucking crime.
You got me.
I'm holding you down. Walk your ass out that door. Bye. More know what time it is. Bitch, you ain't see you never will be shit.
Boy, you got me fucked up.
You eating my meat. From my dick on up. From my dick on up.
And you ain't never ate.
All my Debbie cakes. I don't eat cooler. You gotta be a bad bitch to lick you.
I'm a bad
You gotta be a bad
bitch.
bitch, that fat, nasty motherfucker.
I'm a bad ass.
She need a
bitch.
tub or so.
I'm a bad.
Rubber dub. 3
Ass.
ducks in the motherfucking tub. You heard me?
I believe your tongue done been all up in
Still lying on me. I want
I believe that. If I ain't seen you come right out the tub, if I don't see no steam coming from the bathroom, smelling like some Bath and Body Works, I am not sucking on your pussy and licking your ass like that. Rubber dub. Fuck all that.
I heard the bitch talking about the old nigga. That's why I stepped in the motherfucking video. Bet that. She in my shit. Talk about her motherfucking past, her ex niggas. You want them niggas, go get them. Not in my shit. Bet that. Bitch, I'll cut your head off.
Bitches always like to do that, man. Be up in there missing some other nigga that was fucking them up. Ruining her life. Look at this bitch. She dumb as a motherfucker. She in a fucked up situation, longing for other fucked up situations.
Video post gone all the way fucking wrong. But y'all know I'm not done though. You know, I'm cause I'm doing this for my daughter. I'm not done. I know that my baby does not know where she came from and how she came to be. So y'all gotta understand, everything that I'm doing is not about this nigga and that nigga, but when I tell the story, this nigga and that nigga matters. It's really all about my children. All these niggas that I done been with, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the whole story is for my child to understand that she came from a place of love.
What the
Not just
fuck is
hate,
this
because
bitch
there's
talking
a lot of
about?
hatred. Even with Jonathan, and I gotta say this for my babies, my twins, and my third child. I gotta say this for them. So I'm gonna stop this whole video to just say for my twins, and my third child. Now they must understand that they also came from a place of love. You know, I tell the story of how they came to be too, how they was born. I just got through the other day telling the story of how me and JT met and everything. I did that for my kids, so they could understand, okay, mama and daddy met this way, mama know.
Well, bitch, you finna boot up for me now. You finna boot your ass up. Lying motherfucker.
So tired, Jesus. So tired. Huh?
Go get a job, bitch, in your own place.
Damn. I'm overwhelmed, y'all, because my heart is so heavy. It got so much on it. He legitimately is pissed off, and he have every reason to, because it is to a certain extent disrespectful to talk about your past relationships, but I don't mean to be disrespectful when I talk about my past relationships, because I only talk about my past relationships for my children to understand where they came from. A place where there was real love.
You got nobody's phone you can use?
Yes.
Why you disrespect me in my shit? Ain't no more knock you the fuck out.
Because you rather I be...
You like that, don't you? Bitch, your eye be closed before sunrise. Bet that.
So, again, you know, I have, y'all, pissed my man off, but at the same time, pissed me off too, and that gets my nerves. Every time he come live, it's on some old flirting with these bitches. You know what I'm saying? If you're not one of those type of females to try to steal a bitch man or whatever, or if ain't there one of y'all study.
I guess that's it. And there you go. Ignorant shit. It's just niggatry going on all the time. And now I'm going to look at my phone, because I had somebody that hit me up. Oh, I forget. There's some dude that hit me up. Alright. This is dude I've been talking to. Y'all can, like I said, y'all can text me at 330-536-3706. So I'm going to talk about area code 773. That's all I'm going to refer you to as. Unless you just specifically say you want me to use your name or something. But if you're area code 773, you know who I'm talking about. You know I'm talking about you. I don't even know what area code 773 is. Now let me see what's going on here. He's a podcast listener. He said, I may reach out to you about a situation I'm in with 2 chicks during COVID. COVID has really increased the difficulty of being a player. I was like, okay, that's cool. He said, well, most jobs being remote now, women feel they can demand an inconsiderable amount of time with you. I do not live with you. Stop demanding my time. And I have 2 women. LOL, it's insane. Please work on that vaccine, MrNoGood. Let me tell you, man. Having 2 women is a pain in the ass. And if you want to know how to get multiple women, this is the best way to get a whole lot of women. Get 1 woman. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is snag 1. Because as soon as you snag that 1, as soon as you start talking about that 1, as soon as you start feeling that 1, everybody else gonna step their game up. Everybody else gonna step their game up. When you got a woman that you interested in, all the other women that you were chilling with and that you were interested in or whatever, they gonna step their game up. They gonna be trying to fuck you even harder and even more frequently. And it ain't like you gotta even say, man, I got this girl over here. I like her. I can see myself dealing with her long term, whatever. All you have to do is feel that. If you find a woman that you really like and you want to spend more time with her and you can see yourself being with her long term, express that to her. Now, if you want to be a player, which I don't because I'm too old to be trying to be a player. But if you want to be a player, find somebody that you really like. Express your desire for her. Somehow the energy that will come out of your body will bring out the competition in every other woman that's in your life. Because soon as I started liking that little young, well, 34 is young to me, young, thick, dark chocolate woman, and thinking like, yeah, I could be with her. Pussy been flying at me. Well, offers of pussy have been flying at me. Now, I don't even think some of them may have known, and a couple of them may have not have known. But I just know, some of them knew, they stepped their game up. They saying good morning. They calling and talking. Trying to see what's up. People that I didn't get with before and they ended up getting with somebody else and that somebody else acted a fool. That nigga gone. I have more. When you find one person, and I ain't even really banged her yet. I got 3 strokes in her. 3 strokes. And in my opinion, that counts. But I did 3 strokes. I ain't really even fucked her yet, but I like her. Like being around her. She's having a problem right now with some kind of ear infection, and it's fucked up. She got to get over that. But just that fact, there's so much more opportunity for pussy around. When I was sitting up here with my balls swollen and full and trying to fuck, it was hard. As soon as I found somebody that I think is cool, all of a sudden there's just pussy everywhere. So fuck all that pickup knowledge, pickup bullshit. You want to be a pickup artist, whatever. If you want multiple women, find one woman that you like. And if you feel the need to waste your time to messing with them multiple women, that's on you, and that's on them, and that's on the woman that you like. But that's the easiest way to get a lot of women, is get one woman, a good one, that you like. Now the one I'm talking to, it may or may not work out, but man, that one brought out the demon in a couple of them. I mean, they trying hard to see what's up. So if you want multiple women, and you at that age where you feel you need multiple women, and you want to spend all that extra money, and you want to spend all that extra time, and you want to do all that nonsense in child support court and domestic family court, if that's what you want to do, which I don't, because I ain't got time, I ain't got much as much time left on earth as some of y'all. Get one woman, and everybody else will be coming. Fuck all them other techniques and this and that and that and this. Just go ahead and get one, and you'll be good to go. Now, we're going to talk about Marquess Houston. Who everybody mad at, and I've mentioned this before. Oops. He got him a nice little fine young thing. Now they done, you know, the old bitter females talking about how he's a pedophile and blah blah blah. But what matters is you having a smile on your face in your house. That's the only thing that matters in this world. When you come home to your house, are you smiling? If the answer is no, then you need to get to smiling. Look at the smile on this nigga's face, man. See that? That nigga smiling. Look at this. When you have a nice young tender, you gotta smile a bit. Every man wants a nice young tender, regardless of what he's telling your old ass. If you a woman listening to this, even though I know a lot of women don't listen to this, it's damn near 100% men. That nigga don't want your old ass. He wants your 20 to 30-year-old daughter. He don't want your old ass. He just settling for your old ass. If he got a choice, he gonna get that young tender. Back in the old days when niggas was living on the farm, just up the road from Master's plantation, your grandparents, your grandmama might have been married off at 14. Your grandmama or great-grandmama was married off at 14. This woman is legal. This nigga is happy. Let that nigga be happy. If she want to leave later on, let her. Let this nigga enjoy this young tender. Because if something happened and I move to Africa, when I get a little bit older, they going to be 18, 19, 20, 21. They going to be young. I'm going to be long dead by the time they get even halfway grown. My main wife will be closer to my age. She'd be like in her 40s. By the time I get time to go to Africa, I'll be in my 60s. The main bitch will be 40-something. The rest of them gonna be young. And I don't give a fuck, because later on I'm gonna be dead. Let this nigga live. So who's the other one? Who just got married. Now if you gonna let him, if you gonna give him hell because he willingly married a legal age woman who wanted to get married, I mean, I'd tear that up. There'd be no pullout. I'm gonna nut in all 3 of her holes. I'ma claim that. I hope that's what Marcus Houston is doing. But say you go to Niecy Nash. Y'all seen her before. She's an actress. She just married a stud. Yeah, Brad Pitt got a young girl, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing about Brad Pitt 'cause he white. This is CBD, which I must keep emphasizing because this is legal. Because you know how niggas be trying to say, oh, he's using drugs. No, motherfucker. This is CBD. I can smoke this all day. You don't want to do it because you're going to pass out. When you get home and you have a beer, you don't need no weed. Hit some CBD. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep, guess what I do? Hit this a few times and voila, nigga, I'm asleep. I'm gonna sleep good after this because I done had me some beer, had me some liquor, done hit my CBD. I'm not gonna make it much longer. But as you see this woman, you've seen her before. Married some stud. At least it's a cute stud. if you gonna let her marry this stud and let her live her life, why don't you let Marquess Houston live his life? Let him live his life if you gonna let her live her life. You ain't gonna bang Marquess Houston, and you ain't gonna get his woman. You ain't gonna. I don't want Niecy Nash. If she wanna marry this nigga, this stud, let her marry this nigga. Who cares? Let people be happy in their own house. You have to be happy in your own house. If you're not happy in your own house, everything's all bad. So let this bitch marry the stud. Well, let this woman marry this other woman. And let Marquess Houston marry who he's gonna marry. And I didn't mean to call Niecy Nash a bitch. I don't know her. Just let this woman marry this stud, and they ain't got nothing to do with you. If Niecy Nash is happy with some tongue and a strap on, why not? And if women are satisfied with tongue and strap on, these old ass men should be should be blowing these women's back out. Say I'm just 70 years old and I ain't even thinking about trying to get hard no more. But my tongue works. They need to come up with a strap-on for men. I'm an old ass nigga. Dick ain't been hard for 10 years. But my tongue is expert since I'm old. And I got gaps in my teeth. I got everything it needs. All I need is a robotic strap-on, something with a little warmth to it that may expand, like throb a little bit. And I just put that around my waist as a 70-year-old man, work my tongue, and I would satisfy anybody. Why can't an old man get a strap on and use his tongue? He'd be able to keep a woman satisfied till he dead. Don't be lying. He'd be able to keep a woman happy till he dead and gone. Somebody need to develop a strap on. I ain't gonna do it, 'cause I still use my penis. But one day I won't be able to use my penis, but I better have a nice little something to wrap around my waist so I can use my tongue, use my hot nigga breath, and then I'd put my robotic artificial intelligence penis up in her and I'd knock her ass out every time. I'm not even going to go into what I was going to go into, because I'm intoxicated and hitting this CBD and I don't feel like talking no more. But when I get to you next time, there's a whole lot of stuff about Breonna Taylor case that ain't looking good. And I don't care what happened. Did she deserve to get shot? No. There's a whole lot of extra shit with Breonna Taylor and what she in her life choices and her taste in niggas caused a chain of events. See, just because you don't deserve not something, like I've said, certain decisions can cause a chain of events. And I'm too intoxicated, and I've already been talking for damn near an hour, and I'm not going to talk about it right now. But trust me, there's a whole lot of chain of events that can happen from one decision. I've had it. Chain of events from when I first said hello to my baby mama. How much different would my life have been if instead of stopping her and saying hi, if I just kept walking? If I had just kept walking, the kids wouldn't have existed right now. Some other children would have existed. Another life I would have had. When I saw Spike Lee on Howard University's campus, if I had decided to not keep walking and say something to this man, when he had first came out, this was before he made Mo Better Blues, when I was on Howard campus, if I had decided to say something to him instead of keeping walking, how much different would my life would have been? You don't know, because there ain't no time machine that we got. And that's all I really got to say about that. Let me get the audio up. If you haven't, hit the Patreon. Go to MrNoGood.com and get on that Patreon, man. Because what I would really like to do is strictly talk to Patreon. That's not gonna happen for years. But what I would rather do is just have what I'm saying behind the paywall. That's a measly $5 for folks to interact with me and I interact with them, and I ain't got to deal with all this censorship. YouTube censors the fuck out of me. They don't want me to make no kind of money. They don't want me to get any kind of ad revenue. They just want me. I'm just basically YouTube's bitch. YouTube's hoe. They're hosting me. I can't make any money off ads, but that means they can't make any money off ads. So you never know what's going to happen with this symbiotic relationship that I have with YouTube. So all of you need to join the Patreon. Then I can do stuff on there. Not worry about certain things with copyrights and all that. You're paying for it. It's a community. That's where I want to move. But for now, we're going to do this YouTube thing. If you get bored or you want to talk, I didn't even talk about D, who I had talked to earlier. He's Asian. I'm not going to do it because I'm already at an hour. And that's good enough for one podcast. I can always split it up and do it fresh later. But if you want to hit me up at 330-536-3706. You can call or you can text. It will be easier for you to text me. Because if you call me, I may not answer. I may just send it to voicemail or whatever. But you can call, you can text, you can leave a voicemail at 330-536-3706. Go to MrNoGood.com, get a link to my Patreon so you can join and listen to the podcast. Of course, you'll get links to the Cash App and the PayPal and all that other shit that I don't care about. Well, yes, I do care about it. But I care more that every single person listening to this can afford $5. And I don't get that whole 5. But I want everybody that's listening to this, if you can, go to the Patreon. Get a link from MrNoGood.com. Join the Patreon. That's how it's going to support me. Then, once there's enough people doing it, or even now, I want to be able to say what I want, do what I want. I don't have to get suspended. I want to talk about a certain group of people. I want to be able to talk about that certain group of people without some boss telling me, I already got to work for motherfuckers in construction. I don't want to work for motherfuckers doing this. This is my shit. When I'm online and I'm doing this is my shit. I ain't gonna have no boss on here unless that motherfucker's giving me millions and it's gonna be a licensing deal. But if I gotta get up and go to work and do that, I ain't gonna come here online and have anybody owning what the fuck I'm doing here. And I've talked an hour, and that's all I need to do. I have 2 things that I gotta talk about next time, but that'll be next time. And as long as I'm alive, there'll be a next time. And when I'm not alive, something happen, there's the catalog. You can listen when I'm long dead. And this is your number 1 baby daddy. It is MrNoGood of MrNoGood.com. You can go to MrNoGood.com. If you came on this podcast late, if you came on this video late, if you want to listen to the video, watch the video, you can go to MrNoGood.com. It'll be up in a few minutes. If you're driving a truck, or if you're a truck driver, or you're doing whatever you're doing and you need to listen to the podcast, it'll be up in a few minutes on Patreon. And you have plenty of stuff to listen to while you do your job. Everything. That's all I'm going to talk about because I don't want to dilute this podcast anymore. This is your number 1 baby daddy, MrNoGood of MrNoGood.com. Signing off, babe.